Hey everybody, so yeah, I wanted to kind of check out IKEA Mexico and just kind of get some ideas, and especially because we're in a semi-furnished condo now that we're here in Mexico, I definitely wanted to just put my own touch on a lot of things because we did leave, most of our furniture back in Portland in storage, and so it's very new for us to be living in an apartment anyways. And so it's kind of, looking for things to store and just, live a little bit differently. So I wanted to kind of just check out what they had. And it was a little bit more exciting as well because they just opened the first one here in Mexico about 4.5 months ago. So I definitely wanted to come and check it out. So it was about 30 minutes away from the house, which wasn't too bad. So just wanted to get some ideas for adding, my own spin on things, and yeah, maybe pick up some mirrors for my daughter's room or just extra storage bins for our son's room. So yeah, come with me as I check it out. Okay, so I'm deciding to get 3 of these because the side of the wall in the living room is it's plain, but I don't want to overwhelm it because it does have a design. So I think I'm gonna do these, but if I can find like a glass tall vase, I'll do that instead. So the chairs were really cute. It was pretty much the same styles that they have back in the US, and the side tables, things like that. So I didn't at the time look for anything, in particular. I was just trying to get some ideas for side tables, things like that. But then of course this weekend me and my husband ended up going back because our daughter wanted a chair for her bedroom. But I just thought this was a really cute idea to kind of put maybe your favorite books inside with the glass. So I might go back for that. I'm not quite sure. But just to kind of compare prices and kind of see, what they had. And of course, yes, these prices are in Mexican pesos, so it does look pretty high, but it was pretty comparable. I do have to say that they do add on the VAT taxes and things like that. So a lot of the items were a bit more expensive than in the US, only because it was about maybe some items like the bigger ticket items like couches, things like that, were probably about $75 to $100 more expensive just because of the import taxes. So these are really nice. They're kind of, as they're made for, the kitchen, just to kind of organize your utensils, things like that. But again, living in a rented property, it's, you can only do so much and change so many things. So you just kind of have to work with what you have, and just getting things, to add as much storage and organization as possible is key. And so I just thought that these would be a great idea for my bathroom vanity, just for makeup storage, things like that for me and for my daughter, and even things like for Legos, for my son. Things like this, I know that they're used for recycling, things like that, but for me, I love thinking outside the box because in an apartment, you want to be able to use things like this for kid storage or other things. So it's always important to kind of just look for things that can be used for dual purposes. So I think this one would be really cool just because it is plastic, and for our son in his bathroom didn't have a lot of storage or things to kind of put his soap or even his Legos, his toys. So I think that would be a really good option because then he can kind of fit that into the corner of his shower. It can get wet and it can stay organized. And of course, bathroom things and everything else that's cute and functional. I definitely had to pick up because it was just a really good price, and I know that I needed some more. So just, yeah, looking around and seeing what else that I can pick up, because yeah, I just love little knickknacks like that. But again, just more ideas for bathroom storage, or just kitchen things like that. Yeah, and just looking at the different mirrors. I know in our son's room, he didn't have a mirror, so I had to buy one to kind of put one in there just for him to have something. So it's just always different when you move someplace and you leave things behind. It's almost like the little things that you wish you brought with you. So I love a closet, as you guys know, and it's always nice to see how I can store things and just work with what I have and make the most of what I have. So I really like to be able to store things really nicely, find things to kind of put jewelry, things like that, and just kind of not have it all over the place. So these are really good options. I know they come with the kits that they have already for the closets, but even if you don't have one, these are nice to keep in your underwear drawers, just to keep other things that you want to keep out of the way, maybe necklaces, things like that, kind of more hidden. So my daughter definitely needs a lamp, and it kind of looks like that skinny one up there. So it'll be good because it's not going to take up a lot of space in her room. Easy to pack when we're ready to leave, but still sleek. I know she's not going to like that it's pink, but I think she'll get over that. So I really do love these, just because you can kind of mix and match the different scents. It's not a lot, but sometimes that's perfect, because then when it's done, you can just kind of throw it out, or you have the option of these, which I showed earlier. But I find like you get more options with these smaller ones, and so sometimes in like a little tray you can kind of just put maybe two of these, and these, and you just kind of get an array of the scents, and they're a lot more cost effective as well. For a second I was trying to figure out what this was, and then I saw the eye, so I guess it's like a little owl. So I love this idea because I do plan to get some pampas to put in these, but just to kind of offset with the height and add a little bit more dramatics. I really do like these, but I wish how they had the brown ones up here. I wish they had them here. So I don't know if there's somewhere else. I'm gonna have to keep looking, but I do like these a lot. So what I am struggling with right now is that wall is white, and I will insert some pictures. I'll kind of show you guys. But because it's a textured wall, I feel like it should have the texture of the pots with a pop of color. to kind of offset the wall with the green, but I do love these as well. Decisions. So another good option that I was thinking is to take this long tray and then with those candles, kind of setting them across individually and then putting the rocks towards the bottom. So that was a really good price. These are about $3. And then just to get the more of a scent, you can add the tea candles that I got in between and then light those as well. So I loved all of the basket options. I felt like their basket options, or just their aisle in general, was a lot more expansive and just original and different than in the US. I loved these and I'm definitely gonna have to go back for them. And I think it's just, when you go to a lot of markets and things like that around Mexico City, you definitely find those baskets. So I think they were just kind of highlighting that aspect as well. So, towards the end, of course, you can't leave with all that shopping and not be hungry. And yeah, I definitely wanted to try out their food options, and it was really nice. They had, of course, the traditional meatballs, which I definitely did with a little bit of vegetables, and a really nice view by the window. Yeah, and so they had, just desserts and things like that, all the traditional things. So yeah, I wanted to just take a moment before I hit the road again to get back home and not get stuck in traffic and be starving. Hey everybody, so thank you so much for joining me this week. I hope I gave you guys some good ideas. I definitely wanted to check out what it was like to go to IKEA here in Mexico, and surprisingly it's only been open for about 4 months now, so I didn't realize that either. So I came at a good time, so it was nice just to kind of get some ideas. I do notice that yes, because of taxes and VATs and things like that, it was a little bit more expensive. I think in total it was about 5,000 pesos. I'll kind of put like the exchange right here. But yeah, it was a little bit more expensive, but a lot cheaper than some other places in the area where I live. So I wanted to kind of just get some ideas. So I'll kind of just like insert some videos if I didn't in between, just to kind of show you just the inspiration I was going for some of the items that I picked up. But I thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments down below on some of the ideas that you had, or maybe what I should use them for, or just your opinion. I love hearing it, and I will see you in my next video. So the option that I was kind of telling you guys about while in the store is I loved the gold tray, and I just wanted to have something in my bedroom just to kind of highlight that spa feel. At night, maybe me and my husband are watching a movie or something, and we can light the candles and just kind of create more of that ambiance. So just kind of placing that set of 4 candles that I got, and then with the rocks that I picked up, just kind of, putting those all around just to kind of stabilize the candles, things like that. And then with those small little tea candles, I added those just in different spots because their scent is really strong. I really like it, but not overpowering. So I really wanted to just kind of add that in to add more scent, since the white ones were just more basic candles, but it still added to the ambiance of the room. So I really enjoyed that. And with these pots, these were the ones that I picked up, and these were the pampas that I wanted to add to them. So as you can see, this is the textured wall that we have in our living room. And I'm really glad that I went with the white longer sticks, just to not overpower, but just add a little bit more dimension to the room and just kind of keep with a really nice clean, color palette in that area, and it turned out really nice. Let me know in the comments what you think and if I should have went for the green. I did try it, but I thought it was just a little bit too much.